So first I'd like to introduce you to Eve B. Hi Eve.
Hi.
So Eve and I have been working together for about 2 years. I first met Eve at the Hamptons Fine Art Fair and was introduced by a common friend of ours, Guy Stanley Feloche. Hi Guy, if you're watching. And he brought her over and I went down to her booth and just was enthralled. I just loved her work so much.
Thank you.
So when I planned the next year's show, which you showed with us the first time in 2024, and it was such a successful show. I mean, it really was. And everybody loved the work, and she's so versatile. At the time she was showing her half-dress collection.
That's right.
Which is also partially in the show, but there's only a few pieces left in that collection. And she moved over to the Cuffit collection. So we're able to show pieces from both collections, both that have done so well in the market. And the next thing we did was take her work to scope. And we gained so many collectors. Thank you to everybody who's collected her from Scope. And we're just really excited for everything she's been doing and all the success that she's been having. So let's start with the half-dress collection. Can you share the inspiration behind that body of work and how you began even using fabric? Like what happened that all of a sudden fabric is now becoming sculptural for you and becoming part of your pieces?
Yeah, first of all, thanks for the great introduction. I started using fabric. I just really wanted to come off the canvas, so I was just exploring different things. Initially I used paper and a few different things that were just sort of around my home. And then one day, I ripped up a bed sheet and off we go. And
it was originally a bed sheet.
The first one was a bed sheet.
Right,
yes.
But you did move to a different fabric, a very special fabric.
After that, it became an exploration of how different fabrics absorb and how they hold paint and color. And I did a commission in Australia, and I used a fabric there, and since then I haven't been able to find the same fabric anywhere. Which is ironic because my studio in the city is in the garment district.
Right.
But yeah, so my mother sends the same fabric from Australia for every one of the pieces, aside from the denim series, for all the other ones. So I love that we have that connection, and she, has a hand in every one of my pieces as well.
Right.
But then I started to see how, wasteful art can become, and I wanted to use a fabric that was nostalgic, that everybody understood, and I sort of love the idea that denim is something that everyone in the world agrees on and has a pair. So,
And this is how you moved over to the Cuffit series.
That's right, yeah. And all of the denim was sourced from Goodwill.
Yeah.
So the production of the series all went back to charity, which was one of the reasons why I wanted to do a sustainable range.
Which is wonderful. How do you feel when you're creating them?
I mean, I started making the denim pieces, and for me, like, obviously I was telling my family, my friends about it, and people started to tell me really beautiful stories of like pieces that had been handed down from their family or from someone special in their lives, and that gave it more of like a personal feel, like being able to relate to the work through something that you have of your own.
Right.
And since then I did a piece, a commission that I got with a family contacted me, and they had all their denim they'd been saving over years just in a drawer. And they said, can you make like a piece of denim, a piece of work with our family denim? So that was like really personal, like it's something that they'll be able to look at forever, and sort of they got it frozen in time now with their memories of the family.
Absolutely, and that piece is called It's in the Jeans. So cute.
It was going to be the jean pool.
Yeah, we played around with family ties, but we ended up with
It's in the Jeans.
It's in the Jeans, and that was all you. So many of your pieces, I find, have very distinctive titles. Now, naming them, what are you thinking when you're naming them? What do you want people to get from the titles when you're creating them?
I mean, all of my work is created to bring people right into the present moment with curiosity and wonder. How did they do that? Where did it come from? So it gets you to ask good questions like that. With the denim, I want people to feel that sense of nostalgia and family and connection. Yeah.
And so when you're looking at the titles for the half-dressed collection, I'll tell you this bit because I know it. They're all based on fun things that happen when you're dating. So it's dinner and a show, and if she could, she would, and
Come here often.
come here often.
It's not you, it's me.
Right. So all these really fun titles that kind of bring your personal experiences to the work also.
Totally. And with the denim, I wanted to pay homage to my family's relationship with music. My father toured with AC/DC. So this piece is called Back in Black Roadie. So he was a roadie with them. He also toured with Elton John. So there's another piece this size, which I think lives in LA now.
Yes, it does.
That's called Blue Jean Baby. Yeah. So they're all relative to the music industry and, you know, my family's history.
Oh, that's wonderful. So I was just going to say, you are a musical artist as well. Eve has a beautiful singing voice. It'll floor you if you ever hear it.
You're too kind.
But you know, there's similarities when you're creating music to when you're creating art. What do you kind of experience as similarities between the two?
The freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah, being able to let go and I guess just being so present in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, no judgment, just pure creation.
Yeah. And you kind of zone out, I would think, and
Sometimes
kind of get in
I come
the
to
zone.
the studio in the morning and I look at a piece and I don't remember doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I must have been in a nice deep meditation there.
That's wonderful. And so freezing the fabric, I know that each fabric has its own challenges. There's a lot of experimentation, a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
Can you kind of tell us in that process, like some failures, but then the successes?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I tested a lot of fabric with the Half Dress series and the previous series before that, just for its absorbency, how it would hold the glue, and the products that I use that I submerge the fabric in.
Yep.
With the denim, it was quite different. Obviously, the fabric's raw. I put like a few different adhesives on the back, and I will sand like the wood behind here in order for it to grip better. And then obviously all the pieces from behind on the edges have been staple gunned in, but if you can get that off,
Yeah.
be pretty strong.
So it is a different process for each fabric
Totally.
that you're doing.
Totally.
And I noticed that the half dress collection is very high sheen, whereas the denim is very
It's the opposite.
opposite and very raw. So the process has to completely change.
Yeah, and I think
And-
that's where a lot of the joy comes from, is like going, okay, how do I do this?
Right.
You know, the discovery and the learning is, you know, where the growth is, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And we won't tell anybody what the secret sauce is, right? That stays the secret.
I'd have to kill you.
Exactly, exactly. So we did talk about the standout piece. It's in the jeans. When you get asked for a commission, how do you kind of frame that in your mind and start with the client?
Yeah, I mean, with the denim piece, it was very personal. So they sent me photos of the room where they wanted it, and we talked about different woods and different denim colors. I like to make sure that it's going to work where it's going to live. And all of my pieces you can also flip any way you want. So I think they actually have the piece upside down to the way that I created it, which is really cool.
Right.
Yeah, I had one client once, Pamela, send me a beautiful pink shoe that she had, and she wanted me to color match it to go in her room. So there's obviously, like with collaborations, there is a lot of back and forth, which is great, which helps you get to know the client better.
Right.
But obviously when it comes down to the composition, like that's where I sort of say, this is the creative license, right?
Exactly, exactly. Because you have to bring you to it.
Absolutely.
That's what they're buying. They're buying you, right?
And actually the denim piece with the family, they asked me, it was so sweet, they asked me to put a piece of my own denim in it as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so the white denim in that piece is from a pair of overalls of mine.
I love it. Now, how much of your wardrobe is now denim?
I'll never tell.
Okay, so looking ahead, what can we expect from you in the coming year?
There's a few things. I'm going into a different medium. It will still be like a hanging sculpture, but yeah, I'm going into a totally different medium, which I'm just sort of learning about right now, which pays homage to my life maybe, you know, a while ago. So I'm super excited to share that series, probably in the new year.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. So I think the final question that I ask everybody, it's becoming kind of like the final question, is what's the most meaningful piece of advice or guidance that you've received as an artist? And can you share that with us?
Keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You can always fix it and keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
And do you take that as overall or just with a specific piece?
Yeah.
Both or both?
With everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything. Through life and through the studio.
Oh, that is so great.
Yeah.
So I hope you all come by tomorrow and see this beautiful work in person. Again, the opening reception is at 446 Main Street in Ridgefield, Connecticut, starting at 6, running until 9, but we'll be here at 5. So feel free to stop by a little early if you can't make it later. And you'll be able to meet Eve and speak with her and find out, ask your own questions if something didn't get answered.
Yes, come on down.
So please follow Eve on Instagram at IamEveB and at EveB_art. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Thank you.